Today, we're letting chaos take the wheel. We're heading to Witch Book, choosing moods at random, and letting the algorithm choose our next potential reads.
Will we love them?
Hate them?
Roast them?
Let's find out.
I'm Brandon.
And I'm Taylor, and today we're doing something different.
Yeah, we're calling it Literary Lotto.
We have really kind of fallen in love with this website called Witch Book. We talked about it on a previous video where we shared some reading websites. It's really cool. We're gonna show you more about it today if you haven't seen that video. But it's a fun way to dive into some books that maybe you wouldn't
discover some
otherwise.
ones.
Yeah.
Based on mood, based on emotion.
Based on plot, character, based on
World
region
map.
of the world. There's lots of different things that you can do. But today we are going to be basing it entirely on mood
And emotion.
and emotion.
Right, because I think those...
Yes, and we're going to show you how this works. It's going to be randomized for fun, and then when we find the book at random, we're going to read the synopsis and decide using our little whiteboards, putting our answers down so we don't influence one another.
If we'd read them or not.
If we would read this or not. Now, here's the thing about this. The purpose of this video is to expose you to lots of well, I don't know how lots, we're going to do 5 today, but to expose you to books that maybe you wouldn't find otherwise.
Right.
So regardless of our opinion, these books might be for you. Laundry's done. It isn't an episode of Good Books Lately if there isn't some kind of domestic disruption. So that's our point. That's the point of this. That's why this is going to be fun. But we're going to have a little bit of fun talking about whether we love it, hate it, or want to roast it. Yeah. So just take everything that we say with a grain of salt, okay?
We're just having a fun.
And we're having a fun. And we're not going to look at any like star ratings or anything like that, okay? And we have some ways that we're going to randomize this.
We got a random wheel spinner.
We have a wheel spinner. We have a Dungeons and Dragons 20-sided die. And yeah, it's real, guys. It's gonna get lit. Let's go ahead and get started.
Lit.
Is there anything else we want to add to this?
No.
This is a new series, pun intended. Okay, so here we are right now. You can see I'm putting a little circle around this wheel to lock everything in.
Yeah.
This wheel is going to help us with mood. So here is the website Witch Book. Now you can see here that it's broken down by ways that you can find new books. You can find them by mood and emotion. You can find them by world map. Character and plot, or even just look at bestsellers, okay? Each one of these things you can select. I mean, look at this.
We can just select an area of the world on the world map.
Right, you can select things like the character and plot, race, culture, age, sexuality, gender, and then plot points here, okay? But we're going to be focusing on books by mood and emotion today. Now, here's the thing. You can only select up to 4 of these sliders
at a time.
Right, you can only select 4. So we're going to randomize how we select these. We have happy, sad, funny, serious, safe, disturbing, expected, unpredictable, larger than life, down to earth, beautiful, disgusting, gentle, violent, easy, demanding, no sexual content, explicit sexual content, conventional, unusual, optimistic, bleak, short, and long. And then when you select it, we're going to just kind of decide how.
We're just going to wing it.
We're just going to go crazy. I don't even know. So that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
All right. Are you ready to get started?
I'm ready.
Okay.
So we're going to spin the wheel for the 4 sliders we're going to collect.
Yes. So
for the first one.
Right. So I have this wheel all ready to go with all of those different categories. So we're going to start. We're going to spin the wheel for the first one. Wow, we get sound effects too. I'll turn those down.
All right. Our first slider, I'll write them down so we remember. Sure. Funny and serious.
Funny and serious.
Okay, go ahead and spin the next one. Ooh.
Expected. Unpredictable.
Okay, go ahead. Ooh.
Larger than life.
What's the other one?
Down to earth.
Large life. Down earth.
Do we have little erasers?
Yeah.
We do?
No. All right, and then the last
Happy,
one.
sad.
Happy, sad.
All right. So now we're going to head back over to Witch Book. We're going to be using happy, sad, larger than life, down to earth, expected, unpredictable, and then funny or serious. Okay, so that's our first randomization.
Okay, you got to randomize.
You want to go grab an eraser, and then I'm going to explain the reason why we have only a 20-sided die.
So we're going to adjust those
Yeah. Okay. So here's the thing. We're going to adjust these sliders in a moment. Now, when you do this, you're given a ton of books that keep populating as you scroll down. The further you scroll down, the looser it becomes in terms of how relevant it is
Right.
to like the selection, right? So the top most books in the results are going to be the ones that match your selection closest. So in order to prevent us from like having to scroll
Yeah.
constantly, we are only going to be pulling from the top
20.
20 books per pull. Okay. So we're top 20 because
Yeah.
we figure that way it's the closest to what we're talking
Right.
about, most relevant. So that's why we have the 20-sided die. All right, so let's go ahead and do the sliders here.
Okay.
Happy, sad. How do we do? You want me to just what are you feeling?
Happy.
Happy? All right, we're gonna go happy. Funny, serious. Let's go serious.
Okay.
Serious,
Serious.
happy.
All right.
We're gonna do
All
unpredictable.
right.
Let's go quite
Quite
unpredictable.
unpredictable.
I
I
don't know
like it.
how we like randomize this part of it. And then let's do this.
Larger than life.
Larger
Okay.
than life.
All right.
Are you ready?
I'm gonna roll the dice,
The die.
and that will be number 16.
16. So there's 4 per
So the
row
fourth
here.
row, fourth book, right there. Good night,
Ooh,
Tokyo.
Good Night Tokyo by Atsuhiro Yoshida.
Mhm.
All right, let's see.
It's a
Let's
fair match,
see.
it says, to our slider predictions.
Yeah, you can see right here, fair match. That means it might not be perfect, but it's going to have some of the characteristics. It says, this set of nighttime stories are really 10 in 1, as the author says. I wanted more of these tales of eccentric and interesting lives of taxi driver Matsui, private detective Shuro, and call center worker Kanako, to name a few. They are intimate, fun, and mysterious, and I hugely enjoyed them.
All right.
And here's an extract. So there's usually some kind of an extract I've been
Right.
noticing. Is there a mystery you need solving? A mystery. I suppose you could call it that. I'm looking for my brother. Huh. Matsui tilted his head slightly. Back when she had offered Matsuki and him glasses of her loquat wine, she had explained that it was her brother who had first started making it. He had even caught her looking at his photo on the cupboard of the young man who looked just like her. He had assumed from the conversation that he must have died young. I don't know where he is. I see, he nodded. Me too, he added cautiously after a moment of thought. You too? Yes, I've been searching for someone myself. Then why don't we look together? This has to be fate. A taxi driver out looking for someone picks up a great detective as a passenger, and then when you can't find him again, you bump into me, also trying to find someone? It must be a message from God telling us both to ask the detective for help. Parallels are Days at the Murasaki Bookshop by Satoshi Yagasawa, Premonition by Banana Yoshimoto, and Night on Earth, a film by Jim Jarmusch.
Right. So if you're familiar with those,
Yeah, well,
this might fall in line with you.
you've
Right.
heard of Days at the Murasaki
Yes, I
Bookshop,
have
right?
seen that. Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is on our whiteboards, we're going to are we just doing a yes or no,
Yeah.
or a yes, no, maybe,
Sure.
or a love, hate it, something? I don't
Yeah.
think you can say whether you love it or
Yeah.
hate it, right?
Yeah. Are you interested in reading this book?
Yes, no, maybe, right?
Okay.
Okay, you ready? Are you ready?
I just got finished writing all my things.
Okay.
All right.
Ready?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd read it.
I would
I
totally read this.
I don't know. Is it? It says, is it a collection of short stories,
Well,
or is it
it's
just like
great
all
question.
under the same theme? Because
Right?
usually I kind of shy away from collections of short stories for whatever reason.
Because sometimes you can get to 98% of the way through the book and then set it down and not finish the last 3 stories, which is another collection of short stories by a Japanese writer that I
Yeah.
need to finish. Have yet to do it. I know what you
It
mean. I don't know.
feels like it might be like all connected though, so that might be fun. Like they're all
Yeah.
like that one you're not finished. They're all connected.
Yes, they all take place in the same neighborhood. You're right. This set of nighttime stories are really 10 in 1, as the author says.
Okay. So that is like a collection of stories, but they're all somewhat weaved together.
I mean, I guess it doesn't really give you that much information. I'm kind of curious to look. I'm not going to look up Goodreads because I don't want to get a
Right.
star rating, but I want to know. I'm probably going to end up
What about you? Why did you say yes?
because it reminds me of it, so I love I that people from my neighborhood.
Yeah.
I love the vibe of those stories,
Right.
and I feel like and then I read Strange Pictures, and I felt like that kind of storytelling was also a mix of different short stories, and I feel like Japanese
Short story.
short stories are awesome.
Yeah.
I don't know, it just sounded
Right.
interesting to
I mean,
me.
I'll definitely be keeping my eye out next time we're in a bookstore.
Yeah. It says Okay, you know what? I'm gonna just read. It says an inventive and emotionally charged novel about fatherhood and family, loyalty and betrayal, inheritance and belonging.
Oh,
It's
totally different than what we're getting here.
maybe that was a symphony of interconnected lives that offers a compelling reflection on life in modern day metropolises at the intersection of isolation and intimacy. Set over several nights between the hours of 1 a.m. and 4:30 a.m. in and around Tokyo, this mind-blowingly constructed book is an elaborate, energetic fresco of human nocturnal existence in all its mystery, an enigmatic literary mix of Agatha Christie, Tehu Cole, and Hieronymus Bosch. On this journey through the labyrinthine streets and hidden corners of one of the world's most fascinating cities, everybody is searching for something and maybe searching in the wrong places. Elements of the fantastical and the surreal abound, which is very similar to people
Yeah.
from my neighborhood, as they tend to do in the early pre-dawn hours of the morning. Yet the settings, the human stories, and each character's search are all as real as can be. Goodnight Tokyo offers readers a unique and intimate take on Tokyo as seen through the eyes of a large cast of colorful characters. Their lives, as disparate and as far apart as they may seem, are in fact intricately interconnected, and as their fates converge against the backdrop of the city's neon lit streets and quiet alleyways, Yoshida masterfully portrays in captivating lyrical prose the complexities of human relationships, the mystery of human connection, and the universal quest for meaning.
All right.
And now it's like, yes,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm into it.
I'm really into this
Yeah, I would read
idea.
it. I'd pick it
So
up.
I'm going to be supplementing this with some of these other
Yeah,
summaries
that's
if I feel like they do better because we want you to get a good
yeah,
idea.
for sure.
Not
So
just me.
that's the first one. That's number one. Both yes.
One, both yes. Good night, Tokyo.
Right? I'm gonna write down. Kidding.
No, I'm actually adding it to my good read, want to read right now.
Good.
Good read, want to read. What is wrong with me? I've had a lot of caffeine today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Are we ready?
All right. Yeah. Let's do the next wheels.
Okay, we got another one. Spinning it. I think if you want,
What?
are you gonna write it down?
Yeah.
Okay. Funny, serious. Funny, serious.
So next we should go funny because we went serious last time on the scale because we had funny, serious. We should do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling like there needs to be like a way to do this randomly.
Yeah. See, then we did unpredictable, so we should do expected.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's a one we've done before.
Yeah. If you have any ideas for how we can do this part random that we're just absolutely missing and it's probably right in front of our face.
Oh,
Easy or demanding, we almost had the
sex.
sexual.
We almost had the sex.
Some people have children that watch our videos. Which I don't, there's some things that we say.
Conventional, unusual.
All right,
All right, so funny.
Funny, we're gonna go funny.
Slide it back over to funny.
Funny. I mean, how funny? Like, are we going all the way to funny? You want to just do like middle funny?
Yeah, middle funny.
All right, what else?
Expected.
Is happy sad
No.
not one of them?
Expected, and we're gonna go back to expected.
I just threw it over there. I
That's
didn't
all.
even like.
Now we need easy and demanding.
All right, you want demanding?
Yeah.
Let's go demanding. How about that kind of demanding?
Okay, I like it.
Conventional.
Conventional and unusual.
Do you want unusual or
Yeah, let's go a little unusual.
let's just do a little unusual.
Yeah.
Are you ready?
All right, I'll roll the dice. Which one we're gonna get?
Let's see it.
Number 9. The first one in the third row.
Here we go. A Book of Death and Fish.
What?
By Ian Stephen.
Fair match again.
Yeah, fair match. Do you want me to keep doing the reading?
Yeah, I like it.
Okay. An amazing book following the self-told story of a young man growing up in the Hebrides in the 1960s through to his death in the new millennium. Don't be put off by the dialect. You'll soon get your ear in and be reading it fluently. Don't worry about the free-flowing style. It quickly seems natural. Don't be put off by the fish. They are only part of the story. Remember, it's a novel. That's a really strange, like, way to describe this. I feel like they need to work on those there. Extract. Do you want me to read the extracts or should we just stick with the summaries?
Let's stick with the summary.
All right. I think we're learning how we're doing this whole format as we go, guys. So just,
While you find it,
yeah.
parallels The Crow Road
Yeah.
by, what's that? Ian Banks?
Ian Banks.
Ian Banks. H is for Hawk by Helen McDonald. I've heard of that.
Okay.
but I think that's a nonfiction book. A Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man by James Joyce.
Okay, cool.
All right.
All right, so Goodreads says Peter Macaulay sits down to write his will. The process sets in motion a compulsive series of reflections, a history of his own lifetime, and a subjective account of how key events in the post-war world filter through to his home, Stornoway. He reveals his passions for history, engines, and fish, and witnesses changing times and things that don't change in the Hebrides. The novel is the Hebrides are northwest Scotland, I
Right.
believe.
Yeah.
Northwest, yeah, northwest, like Scotland, yeah.
Okay.
The novel is driven by its idiosyncratic narrator, but with counterpoints from people he engages with: his father, mother, wife, daughter, friends. It's all about stories, a litany of small histories witnessed during one very individual lifetime.
All right. All right. You ready to?
Yeah, I'm ready to do
yay or nay or maybe?
Let's find out.
Don't look at mine.
All right.
Wow. Written a whole paragraph, eh? 3 words to choose from.
I turn this. I point that. Okay.
Show how to fish.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
I went with yes again.
I know.
Nah, but you knew what got me?
What?
It was the this little part. Uh, don't be put off by the dialect. I always like a good Scottish dialect.
Yes.
I
Well,
think
then
they're
you
the best.
probably would really like that one that I got about the two soldiers in
Yeah. The
oh gosh, what is it called?
Inglorious.
Were you gonna say Inglorious Bastards? I
Yeah.
always want to say that. I don't know. Yeah, okay. So this is not for me. Books like this just don't appeal to me. It's a little too
Yeah,
I don't know what it is about it.
I can see it.
What is it about these books? They don't appeal to me.
There's
I don't
not
know.
enough historical fiction.
It's not that. It's something like the
History.
weight of the story. I don't know what it is.
Right.
I don't know what kind of things these kinds of books just really don't appeal to me. Like looking at life through
I get you. Yeah.
introspective books maybe
Yeah.
are not my thing.
Okay. I can see that. I can see that for you.
I don't know why.
That's right.
That's just me, but hopefully there's somebody out there that in addition to Brandon who would be into this book. And
Yeah.
that it sounds very interesting. A Book of
Also,
Death and Fish.
I like the title.
Yeah.
It's
I
fun.
like the title too.
Because
A bright
I
book
always
is
imagine
really
a book like we don't ride this
Mhm.
subway because we don't have a subway.
Yeah. Oh,
But imagine like holding that book up
Mhm.
while sitting in the subway and people are like, what is that?
yeah. A Book of Death and Fish. There's a few books out there that
I
would
know.
really be good for that.
It's really good.
But
All
that
right.
was good. I like that
Yeah.
one.
All right. Next one. What are our categories? Let's see. We get any new ones? Any new categories?
We have 3 more books to do.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh,
Gentle, violent.
Genteel.
Gentle.
Okay. I know.
I want to know. I want to figure out how to randomize this thing
Yeah,
here.
we will later. Next time.
Oh, I have an idea.
Okay.
Happy, sad.
Happy sad. We just did happy sad, right?
Yeah.
And so we got to go sad.
Yeah.
Okay. Next one. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got?
No whammies.
Safe and disturbing. Have we done that one?
No.
Okay. Maybe.
I mean, I guess we could create another spinner with
Maybe,
each
but
of
then
these,
larger than life.
and down to earth.
Okay, so last time we did larger than life, so we should go down to earth.
I have an idea.
Okay.
Odd number goes to the left.
All right.
Even number goes to the right.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Here we go.
The first one is
I'm
gentle.
Unclick these ones. So
Yeah. Gentle and whatever the opposite of gentle is. Violent.
Violent. Okay. Gentle, violent. Go ahead. Odd to the left, even to the right.
Even.
It's even?
Yeah.
Where is it?
Gentle and
Oh, right there. Even to the right.
Yeah.
Boom.
And violent. Okay.
We'll go middle violent.
All right. Okay. Happy sad.
Happy, sad.
She woke up
Okay, go.
choosing violence today.
I chose violent.
15. To the left.
To the left, to the left.
Really happy
Everything.
and violent. All right. Safe and disturbing.
Where's safe?
Odd.
Odd to the right.
Oh.
Oh, not too disturbing.
All right.
I'm like just kind of throwing it off.
Yeah. Larger than life. Down to earth.
All right.
Even. Larger than life.
What is that? Larger.
Yeah.
There we go.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Roll
now,
again.
Roll again. 10.
All
The
right.
second book in the third row.
Driving Big Davy by
Wow.
Colin Bateman. Or Colin Bateman. Is it Colin? Yeah. Billed as a lighthearted, laugh-a-page romp of two Ulstermen through Florida, this wasn't really my kind of humor, but it will appeal to readers who like their comedy fast, furious, and in your face. However, there are enough allusions to the Northern Ireland Troubles to give pause for thought, even if the quickfire action hardly lets you draw breath.
Yeah.
And there's even a rating over here for how violent it is and the explicit sexual content, which I thought was interesting.
Yeah.
Or not, I think that is interesting. It's happening right now.
There's blood on the.
There's blood right here. Driving Big Davy. Is that supposed to be like as opposed to driving Miss Daisy? I like this title. We're getting some good titles.
I've never heard of any of these books so far.
No, me neither. And I think this is a win. All right. It says for many years, Dan Starkey has been a journalist of some repute, mainly ill. Now he is back with his wife Patricia, and while they try for a baby, he's aiming to keep himself out of trouble. He not been caught in a rather awkward position when he received a phone call from Big Davy Kincaid. It's actually Kincaid. He might not have decided to return to the village of Groomsport. And had he not drunk too much in order to cover the awkwardness of seeing this friend he hasn't known for 25 years, he might not have found himself agreeing to go on honeymoon in Florida for 3 weeks with Big Davy. What else could possibly go wrong?
Right.
A really weird like summary.
Yeah.
Oh, this is Driving Big Daisy.
Big Daisy.
Davy is number 6 in the Dan Starkey series.
Okay. All right. That adds more to the context.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
All right.
I'm writing.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm changing like the yes, no, maybe. I'm doing other kinds of.
I see. I found that. Yeah. Okay. I'm ready.
All right.
I'm saying no. Sure. Oh, okay.
Why no? I'm curious.
I don't like the name Big Davy. And so I feel like it's going to be mentioned a bunch of times. I don't want to have to keep reading Big Davy. It's not I don't like it. Also, it comes off very kind of like cheesy.
Oh,
and
really?
also it's the 6th in a series.
Oh, well, sure. Yeah.
And I don't want to start a series in the middle.
Okay.
So yeah, it's not for me for those very superficial reasons.
I'm curious.
Why did you say sure?
I don't know. I think because it just sounded funny, and it
Yeah.
says like right here where it said, however, there are enough allusions to the Northern Ireland Troubles to give pause for thought, even if the quick fire action hardly lets you draw breath. I think that part I was like, oh, that sounds fun. Plus, you get a little background on the Northern Irish.
Turner for you.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, not that we're doing this or anything, but it does get 3.9 stars on Goodreads.
Hey. Okay.
But we're not doing that.
No.
I keep closing the app and I need to keep it open. All right.
All right. So that was a no for me, but a sure for you.
A sure for me.
We'll
keep
same on one
screen.
We've been the same on one, different on 2.
Yeah.
All right.
But I did acknowledge that you would like that.
I know you were right there. Okay.
All right. How many more books do we
got
need?
2 more to go.
2 more to go. Let's spin them. Spin it. What's it gonna be?
Funny and serious.
Getting funny and serious.
We need sexual content here.
I know, we really do.
We got larger than life again. And is it gonna be?
Baby, there you go. One more.
Uno más.
Uno más.
All right.
All right. So we have, I'm going to uncheck.
All right. Funny, serious.
Funny, serious. What is it? Even or odd?
Even. So it's to the right.
Okay.
Right? Even.
I went
way serious.
Serious
okay.
accident.
Next one's larger in life or down to earth. And it's going to be to the right.
To the right.
Down to earth.
It didn't go very far.
That's right. Sexual content.
Ooh.
It's also going to the right. 14, even number.
Hold on. I didn't get it in there good.
Okay. Wow. Euphemisms.
Sorry.
Okay, next one is easy and demanding. And this one is also to the right. It's a demand.
Oh,
wow.
Way demanding.
All right. Now let's find out which book we have to look up. It is number 1.
Ooh.
There we go.
The best match
and it's
for serious, down to earth, demanding with
what's it called?
With relatively explicit. Okay, The Children's Hospital.
Huh.
by Chris
A lot of
Adrian.
violence.
A
The
lot of
violence
violence in
wasn't even
this.
one of the ones we picked.
And it's not even like explicit
It's like a
sexual.
low on the explicit
All
level.
right. A state of the art children's hospital and its occupants survive unscathed after the world is destroyed by a massive flood. The novel is narrated through the eyes of a young medical student with a tragic background and involves a huge cast of characters, heavenly angels, miracles, and a vast amount of medical information. An incredible and frankly overwhelming read from a very gifted author, well worth the time and effort. I want to read the
Yeah, that's fine.
extract. It takes 4 angels to oversee an apocalypse, a recorder to make the book that would be scripture in the new world, a preserver to comfort and to save those selected to be the first generation, an accuser to remind them why they suffer, a destroyer to revoke the promise of survival and redemption, and to teach them the awful truth about furious, sheltering grace. Its parallels are Walls of Days by Alistair Bruce and The Flood by David Main.
All right. Okay, the Children's Hospital.
Oh my gosh.
I think, something called the Children's Hospital, you wouldn't want to have a lot of sexual content.
Yeah, I mean, it says that it doesn't. So that's
That's
probably good.
Yeah.
The Children's Hospital. Okay, this says interesting cover on Goodreads. A hospital is preserved afloat after the earth is flooded beneath 7 miles of water. Inside, assailed by mysterious forces, doctors and patients are left to remember the world they've lost and to imagine one to come. At the center, Gemma Claflin, a medical student, finds herself gifted with strange powers and a frightened destiny. Simultaneously epic and intimate, wildly imaginative, and unexpectedly relevant, The Children's Hospital is a work of stunning scope, mesmerizing detail, and wrenching emotion.
All right.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
I need
Trying to
better
grapple
eyes.
with it.
That cover is really cool though.
Yeah, that's cool. Ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
We should try to guess like what the other person would say.
Okay.
So I'm going to put in parentheses what I think you would say.
Okay.
So my parentheses is your.
And my parentheses is yours.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I got you right. I said no.
Yeah.
But I said yes.
Okay.
I said yes. I think it's
Okay.
just weird enough to
Yeah.
be interesting to keep you going.
I agree. That part of it to me appeals to me, but then
Yeah.
when it said here, the thing that got me was a vast amount of medical information is an immediate turn off.
Yeah. Yeah.
Somebody like me with medical anxiety can't handle that very well.
Right.
It's just not my thing.
Okay.
But, hey, it sounds interesting. And I have a feeling, like, I don't know how well known this book is, but
Yeah,
I feel like
again, not heard of this book.
this is out
or
there.
this
The
author.
concept is really clever.
Yeah. 7 miles of water.
Yeah.
That's a lot of water.
Okay, so the Challenger Deep is 6.8 miles.
Right. But we need that more than that.
Yeah, I know. So if all of the ice
how is
cap
this one
melt,
place
are we
above
honestly
water?
doing this, scientifically nitpicking this book already? Yeah, that's interesting though. I don't know.
Right? Because where is this? Is it floating already?
I mean,
And
the
so it just
Earth
rose
is
to
already,
an arc?
but this is like if maybe not the Challenger Deep is 7 miles, maybe like the habitable land that we live on currently is now under 7 miles of water.
Right, that's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
you're wondering where all of that is coming from?
Where that's coming from and how this one place survived.
No, it's floating.
Oh, it's a floating.
It's a floating children's
Okay,
hospital.
that makes sense. Okay.
It makes no sense, but it's part of the story. Okay, you ready?
All right, last one. This is our last.
Last one.
Okay, last categories.
Last one, baby. Make it a good one.
Let's see.
Happy sad again. Really? Okay. Happy sad.
Happy sad. Let's see what's next. Which one hasn't we haven't gotten optimistic and bleak?
No, but if this
Short and long.
Oh, short and long. That's good. Maybe we'll get optimistic and bleak now. Come on, big money, no whammies.
Beautiful and disgusting.
Beautiful and disgusting, and then come on, optimistic and bleak. Nope, it's not gonna be this time.
Sexual content.
Nope, easy demanding. Okay.
Okay.
So
I'll roll the first one. Happy sad
happy sad.
is going to go to the left. 19.
To the left, to the left. Really
Yeah.
happy.
Okay. Short and long. Oh gosh, missed the
Sure.
bucket. It's gonna go to the right. 2.
Oh, it went way long.
Okay.
Okay.
Beautiful. Disgusting. It's gonna go to the right as well. It's a 16.
It didn't go very far.
Okay. 18 for easy and demanding, so it goes to the right.
It also did not go very
Okay.
far.
And now this is for the book.
Yep.
We are getting number 19. That's
Okay.
the third book on the 5th row.
Here we go. Various Pets Alive and Dead. We have some nice titles. Various Pets Alive and Dead. It says it's a good match. This is a very funny book about family and ethics. Amid the global financial crisis, Doro sets out to tell her grown-up children some good news, but each is preoccupied with a crisis of their own. Serge, putting their commune childhood behind him, putting their commune childhood behind him, is making good money in banking but can't face telling Doro. Uli Anna wants to leave home, and Clara, teaching at a difficult school, has to confront past demons in the form of a class hamster. Extract. Now let's jumble up these risks and repackage them. Let's put together a bundle which includes, say, the lightning strike, him and Marushka in bed, and Chicken having a heart attack. The chances of them all happening are still pretty low because of the lightning strike. But if you take out the lightning strike, what are you left with? Serge hasn't a clue. And the truth is, neither have most people who trade in risk-based derivatives. Parallels a long way down by Nick Nornby.
Okay.
Do you think that's supposed to say Hornby?
I don't know.
My Fat Brother by Jim Keeble, and The Full Monty, which is the film.
Okay.
One thing I'm noticing about this website is all of this feels very user generated.
Yeah.
You know?
Or like
a wiki type thing. But still, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Cool.
Way to get your
book recommendations.
Yeah.
All right, but for a more mainstream summary, various, you can start thinking about it.
I am thinking. I have like this like vision in my head of what this book is and
Sure.
what it's making me think of.
I didn't say that the author too. This is Marina Luchka.
Yeah.
All right, set half in Doncaster, half in London. This is a very funny riff on modern values, featuring hamsters, cockroaches, poodles, a chicken, and multiplying rabbits, told by Marina Luchka in her unique and brilliant combination of irony, farce, and wit.
All right.
Okay. Get this eraser here. You ready?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say what I will do, and then I'm going to say what you will.
What
I
do you
would
think
say.
I'll do?
Right.
Okay. Same.
All right.
You ready? I said yes and yes.
Yes and yes. I said maybe and no.
Oh.
But I don't know why I said
I
no.
don't either. I was almost gonna say no, so I should have said maybe.
It just felt like it just does not seem like something you would really care much to read about.
You want to know why I?
Yeah, I do.
I was, for whatever reason, I was getting like Wes Anderson Rushmore.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like, you know,
this sounds like it would make like a
good Wes Anderson film.
maybe, yeah.
That's what I was kind of getting that, and I always like those kind of like idiosyncratic kind of families.
Really just like interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I could get that.
Yeah.
I love the cover.
Another one I have not heard of, nor the author.
I have not heard of any of
All
these.
5 of these are great.
Yeah.
Love it.
So do you have them all written down?
I have 4 of them written down because all 4 of them I said I would like to read. The other one,
right,
which was the Driving Big Davy.
Driving Big Davy.
Yeah.
But we have Goodnight Tokyo, A Book of Death and Fish, The Children's Hospital, Various Pets Alive and Dead, and Goodnight. We could just mix these all together.
Yeah.
Driving Big Davy.
Yeah.
Let us know if you have read any of these, and if you have read them, let us know your thoughts on them.
Right.
Also, just let us know which of these appealed to you. Where were you on these books?
Yep.
Were you yes, no, maybe?
Feeling the same way?
Yeah, give us
lost
a breakdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you like this and you would like to see more where we either do mood by random, maybe like plot character by random, whatever, let us know because we would like to do some more.
Get darts out and throw it at a globe.
Yeah, we could have a lot of fun with this.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is good.
If you know of a way we can maybe make this better, let us know in the comments.
Yes, definitely let us know.
For constructive criticism.
Yeah, we would like to know because we're coming at this.
You want us just to play Dungeons and Dragons?
Do that too.
Yeah.
these are things that we can do.
Good Thomas on the
We
way.
appreciate you guys. Yeah. We appreciate you guys. Thank you for hanging around.
Yeah.
If you'd like to see more, check out the after show, which is happening over on Patreon, where we take a book that Brandon just finished, this one right here, that he pulled out randomly from our little free library, which is a series he's doing over on our Patreon. He read this book without seeing anything, reading any reviews, nothing. Yeah. He has thoughts, and I want him to share his thoughts while I share with him some of the reviews.
Which I haven't looked at either.
That he hasn't looked at for that book. So it'll be kind of fun after show. We're still hanging out. If you'd like to see that, head over to Patreon. Support us over there. It means a lot. Until then, until next time, we'll see you guys.
Bye.
Bye. We gotta do it again. All right.
Okay.
All right. Ready for the after show?
After show.
This. This is random books.
Ransom books. We're still recording.
Random
right?
books. Random booka.
You're still recording the video?
Oh, I'm recording the screen too. Jesus. That's gonna be a long one. Did it save it? Yeah. Change this to random books. Okay. And I'm recording this.
You're recording already?
Everything
This is
happened.
still recording
This
from
is
the thumbnails, so you might want to stop it.